another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Oh my goodness. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port, you dirty mofos, here on this Friday. Brian still on assignment, okay? New Orleans, Caesars Sportsbook last night. Dude, I saw the story. So, of course, you're going to see Tony here with the Solo Dolo show here on the Friday. Just got to mute the Valspar right here. We'll get to that in a second. Don't even worry, but it's totally stoked to have all you guys in here. Like I said, for this Friday, big Friday here for Downtime TV. A lot of shows going on. Obviously, Sportsport now. Binge Buddies at 8. We got a Dream is Free guest coming in, so stay tuned for that announcement. Obviously, that'll be being released later on this month here. But of course, let's start off on this Friday with some comments, as we do have Brian Barnaby at the top of the show here. He says, "Good morning from Nolans. Tables are tight last night. Bourbon Street." Maybe he means tonight or or a night. I don't know what he means by that, but he says, "Let's go UConn. Sit down, Buckta. Go listen to Iron Eagle." Obviously, big game there tonight. John Pollock says, "Tony, dude." What's up, John? Happy to have you in here. Derpy says, "No, not Chuck Norris," he says, with the crying emojis. Is that going to be? No way, dude. He says Chuck Norris passed away at 84? No. Enter the Dragon. Oh, no, dude. This must be like, I guess, yesterday. This is 22 hours ago from TMZ. Hospitalized medical emergency in Hawaii, dude. Walker, Texas Ranger. That's not good. I got to see here. Anything on Twitter? I mean, this is pretty piss poor, dude. I mean, Derpy, thanks for tuning in. Oh, my God. This is Daily Mail 1 minute ago. Died 86 following medical emergency. That is so freaking sad, dude. In Hawaii, too. Oh, no, man. That's really sad to see. Obviously, condolences and prayers out to his family. That's tough, dude. Obviously, huge movie star, action star. Brian wants to know who he is. Definitely a great person, that you've seen, or at least I've seen. Yeah, Chief says beyond sad. I mean, there's really no other way around that, dude. That is super sad. Absolute fucking legend. Chief said it, hit the nail on the head there. Again, the Chuck Norris jokes, the cameos in movies, and Dodgeball, obviously Enter the Dragon. I mentioned Texas Ranger, The Expendables most recently. But yeah, that is really, really, really sad news. So obviously thoughts and prayers out to his family, and everything like that. No doubt there'll be some Chuck Norris tributes around the world. And then there we go, dude. Josh says it. No doubt he rode a motorcycle with rockets to the gate of heaven. Absolutely. But also, John Pollock, that's it. Obviously the words pouring in here. Long live Chuck, he says. Absolutely. And then, yeah, that's basically it in terms of our comments here. Obviously, we'd love to hear, also the process. Oh, wait, here we go now. Oh, we got old Brian Barnaby in here. He says also in the process of filming fraud charges against Cashman for sending Lagrange to the minors. He says #idiot. Yeah, dude, especially after what you said yesterday, I was kind of surprised to see that. But again, I mean, we obviously know how Cashman operates and in terms of giving, younger players good quality chances. It seems like they're not in that boat. But you never know as the season progresses. Obviously they'll be updated there. Speaking of updates, we'll take a look at the Valspar here, where we do have Doug Heem, who recently, I think, parred on number 9. Oh, no, that was 8. Oh, sorry, that was a birdie on 8. Did par on 9. But he is 7 under on the tournament, tied with Sungjae Im for first place here after shooting a 68 yesterday. Sungjae Im on his high horse, shooting a 64 yesterday. I know he did. I think he had 2 bogeys in the last 4 holes. But so he was 9 under going into the last 4 holes. But still, he had a hell of a showing. Some really long putts. We were watching him all day long, dude. And I'm actually going to bring up my iPad here as we see Ben Griffin, who is tied for 3rd here, 3 under, it looks like. Nail one right on the frickin' green here. Now we have Thomas putting for birdie. Thomas here is tied for 65th, 1 over. This will bring him to even, which is exactly what you want. After this putt, we will look at the leaderboard update from Palm Harbor. There's the putt. It is looking good, but spilling out of the cup. Not good there. He'll have to save par, but that is a gimme putt. Nonetheless, we do have an update here from the Valspar. I mentioned him and Im tied for first. It looks like we have David Lipsky, who just birdied 10. So now he's going to be tied for first, all at 7 under. We have a 3-way tie for first. Very good coming into round 2 here. This competitiveness is awesome. Brant Snedeker, who shot a 65 yesterday, is your solo 4th golfer here. Matt Fitzpatrick is in a 3-way tie for 5th with Jordan Spieth and David Thompson, all at 5 under. And we have Jacob Bridgman tied for 8th with a slew of other golfers: Billy Horschel, Andrew Putnam, Pearson Cootie, all at 4 under. And then we have, of course, I have some weird fucking glare on my laptop right now. And then, of course, we have Tony Finau tied for 12th, 3 under. Good for him, dude. Ben Griffin also in there. Let's see. Alex Smalley tied for 12th. Aaron Rise, Xander Schauffele tied for 12th at 3 under. Gary Woodland at 3 under. Let's see who else. Corey Connors, who was flirting with first yesterday, is tied for 22nd at 2 under right now after shooting a 69 yesterday. How about that, Brian? Wyndham Clark tied for 35th. Ryo Hitsatsun. I think Brian placed a little bet on there for top 25, I believe. He's tied for 34th, Brian, 1 under. But you never know. We do have Anthony Brander calling in right now. Let's see. Let's get him on the line here. Stand by, Anthony. Connect to the roadcaster here. But that's basically rounding out your top 25 there. Victor Hovland on the outside looking in, tied for 31st as well with Matthew Pavone. And now we will have the Chief live on the line. What's up? Good morning.
Not much is going on, Sal.
Not much, man. Just talking about some Valspar right now. Obviously, very sad the Chuck Norris news. So kind of a weird morning, I suppose. But other than that,
yeah,
I'm excited to look at our bracket, our March Madness bracket, because some things are definitely wrong there.
Yeah, well, actually, I mean, ironically, I actually didn't dip my feet into March Madness not one bit this year at all.
Really?
Like, I was just telling Josh the other day, I was talking to him about it. I just said, I don't know, if it's just for work or, you know what I'm saying? And then, just going home so late and shit. But I'm just, all out of whack. Just not really, wasn't even paying attention to it. Didn't even realize the tournament was starting.
Wow. But, normally you would be kind of locked into it.
Yeah, normally I make, 6 or 7 brackets. I always get myself involved. I usually will bet on some of the games, some of the 12 seeds, you know what I'm saying? Try to get the upsets. So normally I dip my feet into it a lot, and this year I just didn't want anything to do with it, or I guess just didn't even think about it.
Well, yeah, I guess like you said, you've been busy. The WBC also very exciting, so maybe that took away some, some of your brain power there. But hey, I mean, it's all right. It's just March Madness. You can hop on. You need a grid. You watch the games, you enjoy the upsets, and that's that. You still have a good time.
Oh no, I mean for sure. I'm still following it. It was crazy to see yesterday. Duke was down 11 at half.
Yeah, people were freaking
obviously
out.
You had High Point beat Wisconsin, which was huge. UNC went down.
Yeah, it's right.
That was Like that's crazy. Like you really didn't expect UNC to go down already.
Yeah, no, not at all. I forget who the hell do they play? They played VCU. VCU beat them. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Matt freaking called in yesterday. He was saying that. He was like, "Oh, you get those games, the 6 versus the 11. Those are normally the upsets." And what do you know? You know, VCU did upset North Carolina. I'm sure Josh very upset. And then of course, you know, we got St. John's today, right? And then is UConn play? Yeah, UConn's playing tonight as well. So a lot of local flavor around. So there's gonna be some good games on tonight too. So it is pretty exciting because I'm kind of like I'm not really that dialed into college ball. Again, it's like March Madness. I'll make a bracket because that's what people are doing, sort of deal. But it is very exciting to watch these games, understand the storylines of some of these kids and stuff like that. And obviously for the upsets, it's like, you know, it's a pretty significant opportunity for some of these schools, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's why, like, for me, like, I look at it, I don't really watch college basketball throughout the year, but I usually do pay attention during the tournament because normally, like, you'll get to see, like, you know what I'm saying, like, the superstars, the make-or-break guys that, like, pop up out of nowhere that no one really knew about, but now they do because they're on the national stage, a.k.a. Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So, like, it's just, it's, like, so I always pay attention to this. I mean, especially because I'm a Bulls fan. We suck, so we're usually picking at the top of the draft, so, like, it's always nice to see what our options are, like, what we might be able to fucking draft and be able to build off of. So it's this is the time of the year that, like, I actually really do. I don't want to say, like, full out pay attention to it, but, like, I'm noticing. I notice things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's great.
So, but yeah, it's just, but it's exciting, you know, to see, like, the local flavors. Obviously, you have St. John's, UConn that are in it. There's got to be, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, like, that they can make some far runs into this and maybe, you know what I'm saying, bring home some chips. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously we know it's kind of anyone's tournament, dude. And obviously Patino with St. John's is looking pretty solid this year. UConn is always a threat. We'll see what happens, dude. But yeah, dude, how's your morning going? You got a little Wawa action? You got some donuts again?
Yeah, I did. I stopped at Wawa like I always do.
Dude.
Got them. Yeah, like it's like, bro, one thing about me, I'm a creature of habit. Like I do everything the exact same way every day. Just
dude, love to hear that.
Like you don't ever have to, like, my wife don't ever have to question where I am. She knows exactly where I am at all times of the day because that's how much of a creature of habit I am.
That's great, dude. Then I mean, that's, you know, rituals are a huge thing. You know, you don't gotta think, you just do, dude. Speaking of doing, and since we have you on the line, you know, Yankees yesterday, Max Fried, 5 innings, 3 earned runs in the 5-3 victory over the Orioles, dude. I know Brian was talking about how LaGrange was sent down. What were your thoughts on that, Chief?
Like, let me try to channel my inner Barnes real quick.
Oh,
it's
boy.
like, what's going on, Cashman? Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, come on.
Can we put down the bottle?
Right? Like, come on. Like, where's Uncle George when you need him?
Oh my God, that's so funny.
It's sad, bro. Like, it's sad to see stupid shit like this happening inside of the organization because, like, this is the type of shit that I talk about that's malpractice. Like, you got guys that are fucking getting blown the fuck up in spring training, and I understand it's spring training, but, like, and you're just, you know what I'm saying, you try to get your wits under you, like, and trying to get everything back into shape. But, like, bro, you're getting beat up by fucking minor leaguers.
Yeah.
And you got an ERA of a 9. Like, how are you making my roster? But a guy that's dominating everybody is getting sent down. Like, I'm so tired of playing the arbitration game with these guys. Like, and like, that's where, like, I feel like Cashman's biggest problem is. Like, it's his number one flaw. He thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, and 9 out of 10 times he's the stupidest fucking guy in the room.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, it's you know, it's really interesting to see how he handles, you know, young guys in his organization and who he trusts, and who Boone, you know, trusts to put, you know, a ball in their hand, you know, sort of deal. So it's like, I mean, again, it is very frustrating, you know. I mean, I look at that, I think of, you know, like the Rangers early this season not wanting to bring up, you know, Gabe, and it's like, oh, you know, he's young, whatever, maybe he's a little small. And it's just like, you know, it's things like that where it's like when you have someone who's like young and has like such a certain amount of raw talent, you know, I feel like you would want to get him major league or you know like National Hockey League experience, whatever it is, like as quickly as possible. You know, especially in baseball when like. You know, for a pitcher to see just as many at bats as possible is just only going to help you in terms of maturing into a great pitcher. And I understand you can get some of that experience down in the minors, but the way this guy is pitching, Lagrange, it's like he should have a shot. Like right now.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem. Like these are the things that I always turn back to. And like I say, it's just like, this is how you can tell who Cashman is, like, through and through. Because take Johan Santana, for instance, right? Obviously, he landed with the Mets. The Yankees could have gotten him without even really trying. All they had to do was give up Ian Kennedy and Phil Hughes, and they could have had him. You know what I'm saying? But no. Can't give them up because they're both the next comings. Like, they're both going to turn out to be, you know what I'm saying, two fucking crucial parts of our rotation for the next 15 years. We hit the gold with this. Can't let them go. And what did they turn into? I mean, Ian Kennedy, maybe a middle of the tier fucking closer he turned himself into.
Maybe.
But I mean, fucking Phil Hughes was trash.
Yeah.
He was absolutely trash. These are guys that you could have traded away to get one of the greatest pitchers that has ever played in the fucking game. And you decided not to because you want to play this fucking prospect shit. And it's the same thing again. It's just what do we do with Volpe? You can't trade him. It's the next coming. This is the guy. He's going to feel finally, we found the dude to replace Sheard. You know what I'm saying? And it's just we couldn't be further from the truth. You know what I mean? I know Kev gets upset when I say it all the time, but I say all the time, I can play a better shortstop than Anthony Volpe can. And it's sad to say, obviously I'm facetious when I say it, but that's the whole point of how bad he is. He is so bad. And you don't want to trade this guy? Jason Dominguez. You know what I mean? I know Barnes wants to, he preaches the fact that he wants to give him a full year, give him the 600 at bats, see what he's capable of doing. Because then at that point, you really be able to truly evaluate him.
Right.
But to me, I say it like this, right? Did Mike Trout need an entire season to be evaluated? Did Aaron Judge need an entire season to be evaluated? You know what I mean? Did Carlos Beltran need an entire season to be evaluated? Paul Goldschmidt? You know what I mean? I feel if you have it, you have it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make a difference what level you're at. It doesn't matter who the fuck the pitcher is. If you have it, you have it, and it'll be there for us to see. And I do feel a couple of years ago, prior to the injury, he did come up, and it did look like he had it. I don't know. Maybe that's just because nobody knew how to pitch to him or whatever. I don't know. But he did look like he had it, and then he came back, and you know what I'm saying. The following year, I think it was maybe late June, early July that he finally came back. He wasn't the same guy, and obviously, you know what I'm saying. You can have injuries like that. Obviously, it takes time to bounce back. You don't expect anybody to just come right off the shelf and be who they were. But I mean, last year, he had pretty much half the season where he was starting left fielder for the Yankees. And, what did he do with it? You know what I mean? It's just I just feel it's just at what point do we have to say enough is enough? Do we have to cut the cord? You know what I'm saying? And stop trying to replicate the core four. You know what I mean? It's just I forget who I said it to the other day, but it's just bro, that's a once-in-a-lifetime accomplishment. You're not going to find another core four. You just don't do that. It just so happened that, that it worked out for us. You know what I mean? But what, in all honesty, I don't know how deep your knowledge is for baseball, but, mine's pretty fucking deep. You know what I mean? And I can't really go back through, the years and really find a team that, you can sit there and say, there was the other core four, before the core four. Because I don't know that it exists. You know what I mean? They have four guys that were just, that crucial to you know what I'm saying? To a dynasty. Because that's what the Yankees were in the 90s and the early 2000s. They were a dynasty. They won a fucking ton of championships. And, that's why it's just, you have those four guys. You built it. You had them, and you built around them. And, I don't know. It's just like I really just feel like that was a once in a lifetime thing, and like I feel like Cashman's trying to feel like and trying to do that over and over again. Like that's what he wants to do. He wants to build from within, and it's just like I just don't think it's possible. Like it's just nowadays, like with the amount of talent that there is in this world, and like the amount of like different corners of the earth that you can find it in. Like I just don't know that it's really worth it to fucking keep wasting time on prospects. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like if you got the value for them in the fucking minors and their values through the roof, get rid of them. Like I don't give a flying fuck if they turn out to be fantastic or not. I truly don't. If you can go out and you can go get me Paul Skeens, go get me Paul Skeens, bro. I don't give a flying fuck about the prospect. I just don't. Like you know what I mean? Like because I know what Paul Skeens is. Just like I know what Johan Santana was. Just like I know what Luis Castillo is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know what these guys are, and yet we don't want to trade away fucking possibilities for the guarantee. And, like, that bothers me.
No, yeah. I mean, I totally agree with you there. I mean, Josh B says it all the time,
Oh,
right?
I'm sorry. Hold on one second. My wife's calling me.
Oh, no. Wow. Okay. No worries. You can put me on hold.
Hey, that's important. Hold on.
Yeah, of course. Muy importante. Obviously the chief here, creature of habit. His wife knows exactly where he is at all times. That sounds like hell. No, I'm just kidding, Chief. I'm just kidding. Very happy, very, happily married, good family man. That's awesome. I'm sure Brian got a good chuckle out of that, dude. Speaking of that, Brian does ask if Rick and Dave got shellacked in pickleball yet. I think they're like trying to stream it. I don't know. Rick was like, or Dave, I should say, was very like nondescript in terms of like, are they going to be streaming it or posting shit? Again, I mean, I don't put anything past them, I guess. It's ESPN, big vehicle. However, they sometimes are not the best in terms of, social media. Oh boy, the Sawakana show for ESPN radio, which is fine. It's fine. Obviously, they have, funds elsewhere, whatever. He also says Parlay still alive. Rye was dynamite yesterday. Rio hits it soon. Off to a good start. Need better from Brooks. Brooks Koepka, I think, tied for 50th. Is he yet even par, I think, last I checked? He shot a 71. So that is par. He is even after the first round. When does he tee off? 1:03 p.m. Teeing off at Palm Harbor. And, of course, we have Ernie in the house with the ear. Weather not looking a little balmy for Thursday night. High of 42, he says. We might have to drink a little bit more. I would recommend that, dude. Boy, you know what? If I could Bloody Mary right now, honestly. Like, that would be great if, like, maybe Renee, who's, like, next door right now, just for some reason has like, I guess, I'm trying to think, do we still have that Bloody Mary mix in the fridge? Brian Barnaby, have your base coat, dude. Mix in water, get the sunscreen sort of deal. Well, in any case, I kind of forget what Chief's last point was. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he was talking about, yeah, that's right, dude. Josh B, prospects are always suspects, dude. No, listen, I totally agree with that. Look, if you have a few prospects and you are trading for a Skeens, for a Judge, for a Trout, for an Ohtani, someone who's very established in the league, I would say I'm on boat with Chief, where it's like, yes, you should give up those prospects for an already established talent. Obviously, it's circumstantial. I mean, listen, if you look at like just, when the Mets got Justin Verlander or Max Scherzer, maybe a little bit long in the tooth there. But again, if you want to use Paul Skeens as an example or even Skubal for an example, that is a guy you do give up the farm to bring him onto your squad because he's young, because he's talented. We may have Chief back on the line here. Chief,
I am back on.
Glad to have you back. I was just saying that I did. I do kind of agree with you in the sense where if you do have a an established talent that you're looking at, like a Skeens or like an Ohtani or something, that would be the good move is to trade up, trade those prospects because you don't know necessarily what you have with those prospects. However, I think it's you got to be a little bit careful who you trade for. I mean, I always think of like the Mets trading Pete Crow for Javi Baez and Trevor Williams off the Cubs, dude. I mean that obviously Javi Baez at the time, you're thinking established talent, good shortstop. But it's like, obviously that guy was a total bust. And look at Pete Crow now, just kind of coming out of his shell last season. So, obviously it's listen, it's super hard to, look at someone and evaluate talent and get inside their minds and see if they could hack it on the big stage in the majors or whatever national league you're in. But I think in terms of Cashman, the most important thing that he needs to figure out how to do is to adjust, is to kind of pivot, because clearly you're going to make wrong mistakes. But Brian talks about it all the time where Cashman almost is like just trying to be that stoic, like, no, this guy's going to work out. This guy's going to work out. I've seen him. I see him sort of do. He always just needs to be right in some of the moves or the roster moves he makes. And it's like, dude, you just got to pivot, if Dominguez is not working out, then trade him and get rid of him. If Volpe isn't working out, then get rid of him. Again, I'll use the Mets as an example here because obviously Mets fan, but if you look at Cohen, Verlander was a mistake, and what did he do? He got rid of him. He ended up getting a prospect from Houston, got rid of that. Got some good trade value for him. Like that was an instance where Cohen realized he made a huge mistake, $300 million mistake, in terms of getting Verlander. So it's like, that's, I feel like, what dictates, good owner, good GM is just recognizing those mistakes. And I guess until Cashman can do that, it's going to be really tough for him to win a championship. And Brian, tight as he is, he says, how about ship Cashman instead? Listen, the odds of that happening, Chief, are what, slim to none?
Oh, well, they're definitely, like, this is the biggest issue that the Yankees have is that, I've said this 9 million times, Brian Cashman grew up with Hal. Like, they grew up as brothers. You know what I'm saying? I think they're like a year or two apart from each other at age. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just like, as Hal was coming up, you know what I'm saying, watching his dad and everything, like, he was sitting there and, you know what I'm saying, like, watching with Cashman, like, growing up with him. So it's like a brother to him. So it's just like, in all honesty, like, how do you fire your brother? You know what I'm saying? Like, It's like, you think Hank would have fired Hal? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like, it's just, or you think George would have fired his sons? Like, it's hard to do that with family. And that's where you run into a lot of problems most of the time, is the fact that it's family. And I think he gets treated like family, even though he shouldn't, like, because at the end of the day, it's a job. So, like, you should get treated like it's a job. And, like, when you're not being successful at your job, then you should be fired. But I guess, in all fairness, what also comes along with that is like, what do you classify success? Because what we classify success as Yankee fans might be completely different than what Hal is classifying as success. Because at the end of the day, they're putting fucking money out of Yankee Stadium. Yeah. They're making tons of money. It's the most valuable franchise, the most valuable baseball franchise in the world. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when you turn around, it's just like, can you really be upset with him with what he's doing? Because at the end of the day, like, you're filling you're putting fans in the stands. The concession stands are selling the fuck out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just you got the TV contracts. You got everybody and their mother that's always constantly trying to pry and prick at you to try to get a piece of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you are the Yankees. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, that, like, that's why they're going to turn around and, like, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, they do all that. So, like, that's why you got to be able to see what you have and realize it at every level, and that includes with the GM. And, like, to me, I think it's plain as fucking day that he's not good at his job, and yet for some reason continues to keep it. And that's the only thing I can put it on, is the fact that he's you know what I'm saying, the fact that he's like a brother to them. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing.
Yeah, I mean, do you think there's like a threshold here? I mean, you think if Yankees miss the playoffs, you think he'll be fired, or you think it's just impossible for him to be fired?
That's the fucking really crazy part about it, Tony. Like, I honestly do truly believe that my man has got tenure. Like, I really don't think he can be fired. I think it's like when he's ready to step down is when he'll finally step down. Like, I don't think it's ever going to be like that. They're going to kick him out, and that's sad.
Yeah, no, that is really sad. I mean, I guess, you would imagine though. I mean, he could, like, he's still again, I listen to Michael Kay have this conversation very often on the radio, and he does laud Cashman at times. Obviously, holds him accountable for certain things. But I mean, it seems like that he's under the impression that everything will be fine, that Cashman can lead this roster or construct a roster and bring this organization another World Series. I mean, would you agree with that?
Yeah. I mean, like,
Right?
that's the thing is, I mean, no, I definitely agree with you there, 100%. I mean, like, that's what you need. You know what I mean? Like, if you like, this is what like I was trying to say is that like if you would have turned around 2 years ago, like when we lost to the Dodgers, if that turned out to be a win, like a lot of things are in a lot different mindset for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if Juan Soto walks, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a flying fuck?
Right.
You don't really go out and sign a bunch of free agents. All right, like, you know what? We're 1 year removed. Like, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could take a couple of years off, like, without having to spend a ton of fucking money and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a completely different mindset if you just won. But instead you didn't. We haven't won since 2009.
That's
and
right.
we're fucking hungry as fans, especially when you feed it to us all the time that you tell us, oh, we're not about winning championships. It's about championships with the S. You know what I'm saying? So just like, so you're telling us that we're supposed to expect championships and we have none. Like, and that's where we get the disconnect and we get the issue. You're selling us a product. We're buying the product. The only problem is you're not following through on your end. And that's where, like, that's why you're getting a lot of disdain from a lot of the fucking fans where, like, I think a lot of them are starting to turn on Aaron Judge because, like, a lot of them, like, they're starting to look at it is like, we can't really blame Cashman anymore because, like, what's it do? It's not doing us any good. It's not going anywhere.
Right.
So they got to redirect their anger to something. And so where do you redirect it? Oh, it's Judge because he's not clutch. He's not coming through when it matters the most. Doesn't matter. He hits 63 home runs in the regular season. Who cares if he bats 331? Like, who cares if he bats 500 throughout the postseason? He didn't come up clutch. So because he didn't come up clutch, now he's the reasoning why we're not winning a fucking World Series. Like, he's the problem.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. That is, I've been hearing, it's interesting. I've been hearing some calls to ESPN radio and, like, some Yankee fans are fine about it, but some are really like, having some, like, displaced anger. And it's like being put on Aaron Judge, which is pretty wild. I mean, I understand, there is some type of, I guess, worry about him in the postseason. But I mean, I don't know, man. He's not the guy to be looking at and pointing the finger at, I think. But obviously, we'll see what happens. I'm sure Yankees will still have a good competitive year. As Brian always says, they're always in it. Speaking of in it, they do, I believe, play the Orioles, I think, again tonight, or today. But I believe Heel is on the mound. Are you, like, totally, like, washing your hands of Luis Heel or what?
No, I don't want to say that I'm washing my hands of him, but I will say this: like, he hasn't been the same guy since he came back either.
No, he has not.
Like, he's definitely looks like he's just, I don't know if he's not confident enough or nothing. I don't know, but, like, he's just not, his command isn't there. Like, he's just not the same dude he was. And like, you can see it. And so I don't know, maybe he's better suited to spend some time in the minors and maybe try to work it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Try to work on those mechanics or something like that and just bring him up. Like, when we're in an absolute dire necessity, like, I don't know that he's really fit to be a part of our rotation. Like, I know we're down 3 guys, but, like, just because we're down 3 guys doesn't mean you just throw anybody out there. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be serviceable. You gotta be able to take care of business. And right now it doesn't look like he can.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, the hard throwing righty has 5 starts so far this spring training, 14 1/3 innings pitched, a 6.28 ERA. So not great stuff there, but of course he'll be out on the diamond against the Orioles. They're pitching against Zach Eflin, 6:05 start. So lineup's not out yet, but you can listen to this game, Chief, on the Fan 660 AM, and as Brian likes to say, also on the Gotham Sports app, dude. But you know what, Chief? I really appreciate you calling in, man. I really hope you have a great Friday. It was great talking to you. Really appreciate you filling in some time as we were without Brian. And I mean, honestly, kudos to you because the whole call. I mean, you got me talking Yankees. I feel like I'm with Brian right now, to be honest. But no, I love it, dude. I really appreciate the phone call. Hope you have a great weekend. And yeah, dude, I guess we'll talk soon.
Absolutely. It's always good to talk to you, brother. Thanks for letting me be on. Hashtag Downtime TV, hashtag TCA, hashtag Loma, because that shit's delicious.
Hell yeah, Chief.
talk to you
Love
later,
you,
brother.
dude. Peace. And that is the Chief, ladies and gentlemen. Love to see it, dude. Always appreciate the call in. Great guy, great voice. Could probably have a radio show of his own, to be honest. Definitely has the voice for it. Wawa, dude. Brian, the Hoagie Fest, whatever. My mother in the house, she says, hi, fellas. Nice sweatshirt, Aunt. Thank you, Mom. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate Chief. Can't stress that enough. And everyone who's tuning in, watching, engaging. He mentioned Velvet Llama, and we were already talking baseball. So let's go toss it now to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yep, what a play! Stop it, Yep. And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right, people. Today's show is brought to you by Velvet Llama. Chief was just talking about that shit is delicious. Definitely having one on the Binge Buddies tonight, you know. Premium canned cocktails crafted by NYC bartenders with a playful spirit. Enjoy their award-winning espresso martinis with Italian espresso and chocolate notes, the crisp Moscow Mule with Nigerian ginger, or the spicy margarita with organic agave and jalapeno. These ready-to-drink treats are made with the finest ingredients. Grab yours at velvetllama.com and ride the smooth wave with Velvet Llama. Commercial break, by the way, in Valspar. I would have given you a leaderboard update. I guess I could anyway. But tied for fourth. I don't want that shit. Get out of here. We have oh my goodness, Doug Heem, your outright leader now at 9 under par. Lipsky in second at 8. Sungjae Im sitting in third now at 7 under. Sungjae Im, by the way, has not teed off yet today, so he has nothing to say about this, but he has lost first place without even being on the course. We have a comment here. What do we got? Brian Barnaby says, ride the wave, dude. Brian Barnaby feeling himself now. It's 10:40, maybe a couple beers deep, dude. Couple claws, couple surf sides. But in any case, we were talking Yankees. The split squad yesterday got pounced on by the Blue Jays. I believe it was 11-0, I think, last time I checked. Let me just see here. Thursday, Blue Jays, 11-0 for the B squad. A squad, I mentioned the victory, 5-4. Max Fried, 5 innings. What was it, 4 earned runs? 3 earned runs? Nonetheless, dude, you want to look at some of the scoring summary there. The Yankees did a pretty good job here. I mentioned Fried. It doesn't really matter where my summary. Bang, dude. Stanton, fly out to center. Sack fly, the 1-0. What else we got? Kobe Mayo with a homer for the Orioles. Adley Rutschman with RBI single. I know Alonso had a hit. Let's see. Giancarlo Stanton also homered. Giancarlo Stanton homered his 4th of the spring training here. A lot of hate around him. I know the base running, but I'll take him as a DH. I don't give a shit, boy. McMahon with an RBI double. Love to see that, dude. Caballero called out on strikes. You suck. And then Oswaldo Cabrera with an RBI double. Well, that's just a regular double, not an RBI double. Lombard strikes out. Bottom of the 9th, Garrett Martin homered on a fly ball to left field to tie the game. Oh, wow. Bottom 9, Ali Sanchez out on a sac fly to center. Okay, so this is pretty intense, huh? Intense spring training game. Good for the Yankees, man. Doesn't really matter, though. I mean, they're on the diamond today. We already just kind of talked about it. Heel, oh, my God, yada, yada. The Gotham Sports app. Honestly, really enough Yankees talk on this Friday. Let's move over to the other side of town. Oh, excuse me. A little bit of a dry throat today. A lot of talking yesterday, dude. You know, class, the solo show, meeting before class, Kind of tough, dude. All right, dude. Let's see. I can't believe this. What's the deal with this commercial break? Am I paused, maybe? Did I blow it here with the main feed? Did they stop the main feed? No way. Give me this. Give me this. Give me this. There we go. Can you hear it?
It went off right around the same time, the Hoygaard twins. Opposite sides of the golf course.
Opposite sides of the golf course, the Horseside Twins. I don't know what they were talking about, but it is great to see a good PGA broadcast. What's going on here? Would you like to film a wedding with me on June 12th? Shout out Cara Levine. She's awesome. Tentative retreat. Oh, shit. All right. Everyone calm down. Everyone stand by here. I'll have to, I'll have to get back to you in a meeting. Can I get back to you later today? Bang. That's how you work, okay? You respond right away. Let them know you're busy. You communicate what's going on, and you have a good time. That is 101 of living life, dude. All right, Cherry Pie 314 wants a parlay to make $100 off of $4. Let me get a parlay, dude. You know what, Cherry Pie 314, tuning in from Twitch. We're in baseball right now. I'm not going to give you a spring training parlay. That's crazy. But if you stay tuned through the baseball talk, once we get to hockey, I'll give you a nice parlay here. We'll get some bets. Hockey betting is kind of, I wouldn't say my forte. It's what I am best at. I'm not like this whiz guy over here that can just make money into more money. Even though I would like to do that, but I do my best. But I could probably peruse the games today. It is Friday, probably a small slate, but we can, conjure something up. And he says Dan's game one. I don't know what that means. But Dan's game one, dude. What up? Number one. Thanks for tuning in, bud, from Twitch. Always love to see some people from Twitch. Just because I don't get out there as much. Obviously, big gaming community, big sports betting community, it seems. Awesome. Sounds good. Bang, dude. All right, dude. Let's focus up, dude. Jordan Spieth, by the way, tied for 5th here. He's on hole 18 here. And off the fairway, he's going to plunk this ball about 9 feet from the hole. Love to see that here as we see Penge putting for birdie, looking to move to 4 under here with his birdie post. Take a look here. And nails it, dude, from about 5 feet out. Birdie putt, moves to 4 under. 4th birdie today. Benj is heating up on this round 2 here. Looks like we're on the par 3 now because we have an iron off the tee and we have Doug Heim, who's your outright leader, 9 under. He hits this ball just over the green and is kind of on the fringe there. So he's going to look to, I guess, putt this in for birdie. Most likely we'll have to settle for par here, though, unless he makes some magic. Looks like we go to David Lipsky now, who is your 2nd place golfer right now at 8 under, who's also, I guess, partners with him. He's on this par 3, hole number 13 here. So he's got about 168 yards to the hole. I believe this is a 5-iron. Probably not, though. Probably a 7-iron. If I had to guess here, but I ain't no caddy, motherfucker. And there's Lipsky, almost in the exact same position as him. So it looks like both golfers will have to kind of settle for par here on this hole. We'll keep you updated there. My mother says, don't gamble, Anthony. Yeah, no. Again, I don't like want to spur numbers out there, but a while ago I put $50 into FanDuel. Had it up to about 700. It's down to 400 now. So I don't know. We're still up. We're happy. I was thinking about it today, Ma, actually. Because, again, the bets recently have been falling through. So I may, if I, buy it down to $400 and just take out the money and be happy and just maybe eventually come back to it. Because I had to hit a hot streak and it's just kind of gotten cold a little bit here. But now we do have Tony Finau off the tee here on 18. He's tied for 14th, kind of on a little bit of the outside looking in here, as he will be on the outside of the fairway in the bunker. Jordan Spieth now putting for birdie. This is a 20-foot, 15 to... They don't give you exact footage here, 15 to 20 foot. He's really looking to move to 6 under, which will make him the fourth place golfer here. He's playing the break, the wind, and leaves it like 4 cups short, about a foot short here from Spieth. Not a great putt there. But nonetheless here, we do have some Mets in action yesterday. We did see Kadai Senga, who put together a pretty freaking solid start there for the Mets against the Astros. They beat them again this spring training. I feel like the Mets have been playing the Astros every other day in spring training, which is fine. But Bo Bichette, 2 for 2 with a walk. He's batting .313. That bat continues to impress this postseason. Polanco as well, 1 for 2 with 2 walks. We'll have to see that out of those 2 acquisitions. Robert getting his first start in center, 2 for 4 with 2 ribbies. Again, if Robert is the player he could be, if he reaches his ceiling as Blanchett putts in for birdie from about 15 feet out, he moves to 4 under, tied for 7th now. Love that through 7. I can talk golf all day. I can commentate golf, honestly, all day. I really do enjoy it. Brian Barnaby riled right now. But in any case, Robert, first start, not his first start. It was his first start of the season, spring training, that is. As I was saying, I do believe if Robert is the player he can be, if he reaches even somewhere close in the vicinity of that man's ceiling in center field, both defensively, both at the plate, the Mets are going to be a serious contending team. Again, pitching still a huge question mark. Obviously, you're happy with Senga now. 2 great quality starts. 4 innings pitched, 4 Ks, 1 walk, 3 hits. For Senga, I'll take that 1.86 ERA this spring training. If he dials it in, if Peterson can have a good start to the season like he did, this team is going to be somewhere where they were, come trade deadline last season, which is, top of the division, looking at a good playoff run. Hopefully they just don't collapse in the second half. Alvarez is someone who I'm expecting to have a big season. He left the game with some tightness yesterday. Concern there. Medical staff, Mendoza says no concern. Any regular season game, this man's staying in. It's spring training, people. Relax, okay, is what he said. So Mendoza, our skipper there, calming the crowd. So we have to see that, dude. Again, Alvarez, he stays healthy. The Mets are going to be contending. I don't care what you say. You fucking, whatever, man. I'll die on this hill this season. No fucking around. What was I doing? MLB app. Pitching matchup today. I think it was Tobias Myers. I'm not sure. Friday, the 1:10 start here against St. Louis. SNY game on the broadcast here. Bridgman puts in for par. Remains at 4 under here. We do have lineups out. I mentioned Myers. He's also boasting a 1.86 ERA through 4 games, 9 2/3 innings pitched, 12 Ks. So you'll love that. You'll love that from Tobias Myers. The acquisition from Milwaukee with Peralta, the kicker, Tobias Myers. Lineups are out here. Benj leading off, starting here, batting .406 this spring training. Looking for a homer out of him hopefully today, but 5 ribbies in the year, 1 stolen bag from the lefty here. Taylor getting the start in center, batting second. Bo Bichette's batting third. Vientos, who's having a dog shit spring training. Borderline sent him down. I know they optioned Mauricio yesterday. Option Vientos, to be honest. He can start in the minors. I don't give a shit. 1 RBI, batting .36 this spring training. Talkman, who's killing it, batting 5th in left field. Brian loves him. Bruhan at second, batting 6th. Then Young, who's getting the start at first base. What's happening there? I don't know. Brett Beatty, he's not starting today, though. Senger getting the start in the catching position. And then Andres Jimenez starting at third base as we see David Lipsky, who's putting for the co-lead here and just totally misjudges this green. Started right, broke right. Not good there for Lipsky. Misreading the green. What is his caddy doing with him? I don't know. But in any case, that's your update there for the MLB. Obviously, we'll keep you guys posted over the course, I guess on Monday. Today's Friday. God damn, today's Friday. Motherfucker. Get me a bevy, dude. Donna Lee in the house says, good morning. Brian Barnaby, the tables. He's gambling. The parlays, okay. The drinking, he says. And Donna's gummies. Absolutely, dude. Donna says, I did wake up at 6. Fell back asleep at 7. Woke up at 9 because I forgot to put the alarm on with the laughing, crying emojis. What am I doing? Velvet Llama, get out of here. Not yet. Oh, no. Did we lose focus, dude? Oh, there we go. Back in focus. Autofocus features. One-man show here. What do you want from me? But now it is time to toss to the world of the National Hockey League parlay. Dude, don't go anywhere, Cherry.
He scores! Captain with the overtime winner! That's the middle break! That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, Rick Washington made the full split save!
Are you kidding me?
Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pasternak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights!
All right. National Hockey League here Friday. I'll start off with the parlay. Cherry Pie standing by. Go Wings, go. Donna says the issues I started working at 8:30. Ha, ha, ha. Half hour late, Donna. That's no fucking jokes, Donna. Okay? Punctuality is key in life. John Pollock's big win for the Devils yesterday. What was their win? Well, you want to look at the score right now. It was a 3-1 spot against Canada. I said yesterday, I was like, I'm not sure. It's one of those games, total toss-up. Canadiens, obviously good game here. But Alex DeBrincat with a goal and 2 assists. All right, dude. All right. Take it easy, everybody. You want to look at John Gibson, who's having a pretty solid year. 32 saves on the night, a 970 save percentage. He's having a solid year, 253 goals against. The 6th best record around the NHL. Michael in the house. Bless you. Thank you. But 26-15-3 record for John Gibson, having a great year. The product out of Pittsburgh, the 32-year-old, 4 shutouts on the year, tied for 3rd best in shutouts on the season. This guy is a top 15 tender easily in the league here. So top 50 percentile, maybe a 43% if I had to say. But in any case here, John Pollock, the cat call, DeBrincat, dude. LOL, he says. Listen, dude, Red Wings, I know, John Pollock, you've been a little roller coaster up and downs with them. But nonetheless, you look at the standings here, the wild card positioning. They're in the big spot here. Obviously, they needed the Rangers to win against Columbus, but that did not happen. We'll get to that. The Blue Jackets, who are obviously 3rd place Metropolitan Division. Kind of tough there, obviously, in terms of that wild card spot. Because the Blue Jackets moved up in that wild card spot. No, they took out the Islanders, I believe, in the Metropolitan. So Islanders now on the outside of the playoffs, looking in, which is pretty interesting because they're not in that wild card spot because Red Wings, Bruins both 84 points respectively. And Islanders a point behind them. But obviously battling for that 3rd place in the Metropolitan. I would think they get that 3rd place spot. I know Columbus playing some great hockey as of late. 7-0-3 in their last 10. They have not had a regulation loss in at least 10 games. They've won 3 in a row. You know, the Rangers, dog shit, whatever. But, you know, good for them. Good for John Pollock. And like I was saying here, let's try to get this a parlay going here. I know Cherry probably isn't here. Twitch, the young fans, short attention spans. But I'm looking here for a nice little parlay. You're going to need to take some dogs. There's not a lot of dogs that I would take here today, but you're going to have to do a big parlay. So give me the Devils or the Caps. They're plus 108. Give me the Ducks over the Mammoth. They're plus 106 here. Let's go Luka Garza. Huh?
That's disrespect.
Disrespect, Michael says.
Only Doncic, and that's it.
Wow.
60 points last night.
Talk to them.
8 in a row.
8 in a row.
LeBron.
LeBron out. Old.
No, he's playing great.
Oh, he's playing great. No, never mind, dude. LeBron's in it, dude. What do you want? You want in? No, it's all right, dude. They know. They got you. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, peace, baby. Peace and love. What do you got? Yeah. Oh, a navy blue hoodie. Thumbs down?
Are you like dumb?
I don't know. What is that?
From the movie last night.
Oh God, dude.
You were asleep like half the time.
Honestly, dude, it was tough pickings there, man.
It was the best movie we've seen in years.
That's crazy.
It's actually sad.
Obviously, stay tuned for Binge Buddies tonight, 8 p.m. Michael's show. Yes, I do remember now the thing, and he watched everyone die and the rocks, and We'll talk. Stay tuned for Binge Buddies tonight, dude. End this no playoff drought. That's right, John Powell. You know the deal. But we have this parlay going here. We have 2-leggers so far. And then I guess from here, I mean, do we do Blackhawks over the Avs? That's kind of, oh, my goodness. You kind of need that, dude. You kind of need that. So you want $4, dude. And then we need some anytime goal scorers here. Let's do anytime goal scorers. Jack Hughes, I don't know. Seth Jarvis, Nathan McKinnon. Do we go Bedard? Let's go Bedard plus 190, and that'll bring us to $5, winning $110. But let's see. I don't know, guys. I mean, again, let's try to not take the Avs. Let's try to not take the Blackhawks. Let's put the Avs down there, and then we're gonna need maybe some shots on goal. Okay, let's do shots on goal, dude. 2 or more shots on goal. Give me Jack Hughes with 2 or more shots on goal. Bedard with the anytime goal scorer with the 2 shots on goal. Sam Bennett, no thank you. Cutter Gauthier. Keller and Cutter. Why not, dude? So there we go. $10 right there will bring you to $253. All right, so $5 brings you $126. I'll put $10 down on this one. A $10 here. So looking for Ducks money line, Keller 2 more shots, Cutter 2 more shots, Bedard anytime goal scorer, Avs money line, Bedard 2 or more shots, Devils money line, Jack Hughes 2 or more shots. Placing that bet, gentlemen and ladies and whoever, right now. $10 to win $253. That is the shot in the dark play right there. There we go, Cherry. If you're not here, you missed out. All right? Let's get to some fucking hockey. Do I need to pull up on my phone? No, I'll just use the laptop, I guess. All right, whatever, dude. Okay, whatever. All right, so let's go up here now. Luka Doncic. As we do get baseball over with, hockey here, the scores. I mentioned the Rangers, 6-3 loss. Werenski, 3 assists. Okay, Bruce Jenner, goal and assist. Fontilli, 2 goals there for Columbus. Absolutely routed the Rangers there. And you're thinking, oh, man, Igor, 861 save percentage. His stats continue to fall this season, but still a top 15 tender in the league. Still a top 5 tender in the league. Still a top 10 tender in the league. Whatever you want to say, dude. What am I saying? I don't know. Let's go around the league maybe at this point, and I exit out of the fucking thing, dude. It's Friday, people. All right, give me a break. Long week, dude. In any case here, Mammoth, who are on the back-to-back. So absolutely, dude, hammer the Ducks tonight. With the Mammoth back-to-back, Vejmelka started yesterday, so who's their backup? Is it Cooley? No, it's not Cooley. Cooley's on the let's go with Mammoth backup tender. It's Vitek Vanacek. All right, so he's getting the start tonight. He's a good tender, but I don't care. Give me the Ducks. The Ducks fly together. Thompson confirmed for the Capitals. We know that. Good for him. Vitek Vanacek against Lucas Dostal. Give me Dostal, honestly, dude. Yes, I love that pick for me. Love our parlay now. Getting jacked up, people, for the Valspar, for the hockey, around the league here. Sabres, shout out the Sharks, 5-0. Alex Lyon continuing to impress there. 23 saves on the shutout there. Bruins beat the Jets 6-1. Islanders drop a game to the Senators 3-2. Vegas knew that was our dog of the day, dog of the night. But obviously, Islanders fell. Kachuk with a goal there. Fogle with a goal. Shabbat with a good game, I guess. He's a third star of the game. Get me the fuck out of here. I already mentioned Red Wings. Blackhawks, who are on the back-to-back. Bedard a goal yesterday. They beat the Wild 2-1. Blackhawks heating up perhaps, but they are going to lose to the Avs. But we do have Bedard with another back-to-back goal-scoring nights for him. Panthers shut out the Oilers 4-0. There we go, dude. Bobrovsky, 21 saves. Not a lot of offense by the Oilers. Lightning take care of business. That was our favorite of the night. 6-2 against the Canucks. Kucherov, goal and assist. Sorelli, goal and 2 assists there. Radish, a goal and assist for Tampa. A lot of scoring there. Love that. And the Flyers beat the Kings 4-3 in OT. Kings not having a good year. Around the league tonight, dude, we have 5 games. I'll run them down for you right now, dude. Let's go. Let's go right freaking now, baby. Around the NHL with Tony. Starting 7 p.m. Toronto, Scotiabank, Canes leaves dead in the water. Plus 180 dogs at home. Carolina takes that game. Easy money there. I'll give me Hurricanes. Give me the over as well. Next game, Washington, Caps, Devils. Obviously, Caps here playing okay hockey as of late. Ovi, 52 points on the season, 25 goals, 27 assists. Jack Hughes and the Devils take this game, though. They need the win. Bottom of the barrel team sort of deal for the playoffs. Kind of crazy. So are the Caps, though. But Devils net their 36th victory in regulation. I would give you the under. I would say like a Devils 3-1, 3-2 spot. Next game, 8:30 p.m., Chicago United Center. The Madhouse, dude. Blackhawks facing the Avs. Blackhawks on the back-to-back. Bedard goal. But Avs, favorite team here to win, minus 305. Take them. No easy, no hard feelings there, obviously. 9 p.m., Calgary, Scotiabank, Saddledome, Flames, Panthers. Panthers also on the back-to-back. Who's their backup tender? I don't know, dude. Let's check daily face-off real quick. Starting goalies there for the Panthers. Looks like it's going to be Danil Tarasov there against Dustin Wolf. Flames, honestly, Flames are favored at minus 112. I don't know. Panthers back-to-back. They just shut out whoever the hell last night. The Oilers. Give me the Panthers again. Back-to-back games. They're winning. First time, long time. Panthers and the over there with the backup tender. And then 10 o'clock, Ducks with the upset. Plus 110 against the Mammoth. Give me the Ducks easily here. I'm going to say 3-2 overtime. Why not? Jacob Trouba from the point. Slapper. Give me that OT winner from Trouba. And that is your rundown of these Friday games around the NHL. Michael upset, but you know what that brings us to right now is the immaculate grid here. So let's pull it up. I don't like these teams. Gonna need help from the crowd for sure, dude. The Josh B's, the Chiefs in the world, the Ernies, the John Pollocks here, because this is kind of tough, dude. But nonetheless, let's settle in, let's settle down here. Gold Glove, first base player. First base for the Angels. First base for the Orioles. Gold Glove for these teams. Damn. Anderson never had a Gold Glove. Robert did have a Gold Glove. I think Luis Robert is a lot. Mark Burley, the pitcher. You think Mark Burley's a lot? I don't know, dude. Let's get the music up here. All right, come on now. Need some help here from the folks. Need some help with the grid here for the folks. Angels, Seattle. Let's start out first base. Baltimore. Ryan Mountcastle will be a lot. Well, why don't we go with a fan favorite of mine here? The former, well, I guess the show's not around anymore, but Intentional Talk used to be a show on MLB Network by Mr. Rose. What was his name? Not Howie Rose. Howie Rose, by the way, retiring. Very sad. Brian is happy about that, though. Chris Rose and Kevin Millar. Kevin Millar, most notable first baseman for the Red Sox. Also played with Baltimore, 1% there. You think first baseman for the Angels? You could do the Pujols spot. That would be a lot. But hey, actually, you could probably do Albert Pujols. First base Gold Glove, Pujols, 3%. And that would leave maybe CJ Crone. 3% for Crone down there. Love that. And then Dead Nuts, Angels, White Sox. You think of Bart. Kenley Jansen, too. But how about Jose Quintana? There we go, baby. Quintana looking good, stoic right there. And that'll leave us Craig Kimbrell. 5% for White Sox, Orioles. Don't know a bunch there, though. Orioles, Mariners. Hunter Strickland, maybe? Hunter Strickland for maybe Seattle Angels. But actually, no. We do UC Kikuchi. %2 there. And then Gold Glove for the Mariners. You think of Ken Griffey. You think of Cal Raleigh. How about a Brian special, though? Brian will love this one. Mike Cameron. 3% for Mike Cameron. Love that. Gold Glover. Do we do Mark Burley? All right, anyone out there? Like the guy on the lifeboat from the Titanic. Is there anybody out there? Shit. I don't want to have to look anything up here. Gold Glove for Mark Burley. Robert? Let's try Robert. Let's just try Luis. 10% for Robert. All right, let's go Mets, baby. And then up top left here for Orioles, Nestor Cortez. Nestor is on Seattle. Nestor Cortez. Let's go, baby, for a 29 call there. I guess we'll take that, dude. Nestor Cortez, by the way, pull a name out of my ass. I kind of wasn't even sure about that, but we move on here to the hockey grid. 1,000-point players. That's kind of tough. We've done Tavares for Tavares is going to be low. I know you think it's not, but it's 9%, dude. For the Canucks, you can do the Sedin brothers. That's all I really know. Tampa, you think of Stamkos. You think of Kucherov. Shit. All right, let's focus on this. Dominic Moore, a guy we can do in every fucking grid, it seems. Bang, 0.9. We're going to go quick now. Phil Kessel. I kind of got over the bathroom. Oh! Damn. All right. We got to fix that one back. All right. Canucks, Penguins. Shit, dude. Islanders, Lightning. Anthony Duclair. Oh! All right. Islanders, Toronto. You think of Johnny Tavares. Who else? Oh, shit, dude. Islanders, Vancouver, Carson Soucy. 0.6. Let's go. What a comeback there. Penguins, Canucks, goalies. Casey DeSmith. We'll take that, dude. Dead Nuts. You think of Islanders. Oh, my goodness. Islanders, Toronto. Should have used Johnny T. Could have used someone else for Toronto, maybe 1,000 points. We're going to have to go one of the Sedin brothers. Henrik came up first. 40%. And that's it. I guess this is just Stamkos here. Bang, 41%. Anybody? Cujo? think former Rangers who have Brian Boyle, Ryan Reeves. No Brassard, no Michael Del Zotto. The Stahl brothers, no. I don't think in Rangers. I think you're thinking Islanders. Marion Gaborik, no. Michael Grabner? JT Miller, no. Michael Grabner, former first round pick. Brad Richards, no. Tanner Glass, no. Do we just go Grabner? I think Grabner's got it. I want to go Michael Grabner. Former Ranger, didn't do great. What was he? Austrian, I think. 12th overall pick, maybe 03, 06. 1% for Grabner. What year was he? First, 14th overall pick in 06 by Vancouver. Oh, Vancouver. Good one for Vancouver as well, dude. Grabner, bang, grids, done. And we have a little short leaderboard update for you guys here as Clark putts in for birdie. He moves to, even. But the leaderboard has been moving a lot here. Oh, sorry. Doug Heem, 9 under. Lipsky, 8 under. Sungjae Im, still. Yet to tee off. He's still in third, 7 under. You have Brandt Snedeker, also yet to tee off. He's teeing off in about an hour. He's in fourth, 6 under. Matt Fitzpatrick, who's through 11 on round 2 here. He's shooting 5 under total. He's 2 under on the round today. Bridgman also tied for 5th with Spieth, Thompson. Nikolai Hogard tied for 9th with Blanchett, who's been golfing pretty well right now. He's 2 under in his second round. Billy Horschel, Pearson Cootie, Adam Putnam, all tied for 9th, dude. So that'll kind of round out. I know Aaron Rye tied for 14th at 3 under. He had to tee off as well. Brian's looking at that, but nonetheless, I guess a quick look at our bracket here. Why not, dude? Because we have to. The upsets, it's in the title. It's part of the thumbnail. All right, so here's our bracket. We have some significant changes here. Obviously, Duke, good job there. The TCU spot. No. View bracket. My brackets. Here we go. Ohio State, TCU. We called that. The Duke TCU game is part of our bracket. That's huge right there. Unfortunately, we did see High Point beat Wisconsin. So we're wrong there. Obviously, BYU got lost to Texas. We were wrong there. That's bad. Gonzaga beat Kennesaw State, which is good for us. And also around the league, Michigan, St. Louis, we had St. Louis beating the Dogs, which they did. So good call there. Vanderbilt, Vanderbilt, Nebraska. Love to see that. We did fuck up with VCU though, but we won with Penn lost to. We're buns there. We did get Texas A&M over St. Mary's and Houston over Idaho, correct. Obviously looking for some big games tonight out of St. John's and Yukon. And then we had South Florida moving on. They ended up fumbling that game against Louisville. Not good there. Bracket is kind of somewhat in shambles. But hey, man, we're fine, dude. We're ranked 16th millionth. Okay, that's your bracket update. That's gonna be it, I think, for me here. All right, give me that focus, please. Give me that focus. Thank you. But I want to thank everyone here for tuning in, honestly. Great week of shows. Sans Brian these last 2 days. You guys have really been carrying the show. The fans have been carrying the show. The Chief with the call-ins. Can't tell you how grateful I am to have Chief, a guy like that, around. Josh B's been awesome. Not worried about my Red Storm, says John Pollock. Neither am I, dude. Patino, let's fucking go, dude. The Johnnies! And then obviously, tune in later tonight, 8 p.m. We're talking Hail Mary. Ryan Gosling just came out. Michael, big fan. I was not so much of a big fan, but Binge Buddy's going to be hot tonight. 8 p.m. Stay tuned for that. Thanks everyone in here for tuning in. Let's go fucking Rangers. Let's go fucking Mets. Let's go Yankees for Brian and for Chief and for Josh and for Ernie. Whatever, dude. But thank you all for tuning in. Great week of shows. We'll be back here on Monday, recapping March Madness, recapping the Valspar, recapping a bunch of great sports this weekend. So go out there, watch some sports, have a great time. Love you guys all. Hit that sub button on YouTube. Like if you enjoy me. And we'll see you on Monday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.